The moment it happened, I was holding a stack of plates, white ceramic, slightly chipped on the edges from years of use. Thanksgiving always looked the same in our house. My mom in the kitchen pretending she needed help. My siblings sprawled across the couch laughing at TikToks. And me, setting the table. Like always, I balanced the plates carefully and started placing them one by one. 6 seats, 6 forks, 6 glasses. I could hear my brother Jason in the living room yelling at the football game, while my sister Melissa laughed at something on her phone. Nobody even looked toward the kitchen. Then I heard my dad say something behind me. "Hold on, this is perfect." I turned slightly, he had his phone out. Recording. At first I thought it was just another dumb family moment. He posted things all the time. My mom burning a turkey one year. Jason falling asleep at the table. I didn't think much of it until he started narrating. "There she is." His voice was loud and smug. "Our family's little servant." Jason burst out laughing from the couch. Melissa leaned over to see the phone. Dad zoomed in while I stood there holding a bowl of mashed potatoes. "Look at this failure," she said. "She was always meant to serve people, never did anything else." More laughter. Real laughter. Not the awkward kind people do when they feel bad. The kind where people throw their heads back. Jason actually clapped. I stood there for a second, still holding the bowl. My chest felt hollow, like someone had scooped something out of it. I slowly set the bowl down on the table. Nobody noticed. They were still laughing. My dad ended the video and immediately started typing something on his phone. I already knew what he was doing. Posting it. 5 minutes later my phone buzzed. Facebook notification. I didn't even have to open it. But I did. There I was, standing at the table, holding dishes like a waitress. Caption: "Look at this failure. She was always a servant." Melissa had already commented. "Accurate," Jason replied with 3 laughing emojis. Something inside me went very, very quiet. I walked to the hallway, grabbed my coat, and left. No speech, no argument, no slamming doors. I just walked out. The cold air outside hit my face as I got to my car, and for the first time in years I didn't feel sad. I felt done. The next morning my phone buzzed again. A text from Melissa. No apology. No, are you okay? Just this. Why can't I withdraw $2,000 from your account? I stared at the message. Read it again, then again. My stomach twisted, because the words she used were wrong. Very wrong. Not her account. My account. My account. I typed back slowly. What account? 3 dots appeared instantly. The savings account you manage for us. Dad said you froze it or something. I need that money today. Then another message. And Jason said his card declined too. I leaned back in my chair, and suddenly everything clicked. Years ago my parents had asked me to help them organize their finances. Melissa had maxed out 3 credit cards by 24. Jason couldn't keep a bank account open for more than 6 months, so guess who handled the paperwork? Me. Guess who set up the joint emergency accounts? Me. Guess who became the legal financial manager attached to those accounts because the bank required a responsible signer? Me. They never read the documents. They never cared about the details. They just assumed I was handling stuff, like always. The servant. My phone rang. "Dad," I answered. His voice was irritated. "What did you do to the accounts?" "Nothing," I said calmly. "Well, Melissa can't withdraw money. And Jason's card declined," he added. "Fix it. Fix it." I let the silence sit there for a moment. Then I asked quietly, "Did you enjoy the video yesterday?" He scoffed. "Oh, come on." It was a joke. Jason's voice shouted in the background. "Tell her to stop being dramatic." I smiled. A slow one. "Well, you called me a failure," I said. "You said I was a servant." More silence. Then Dad sighed. "Look, if your feelings are hurt, we can talk about that later. Right now, just unlock the accounts." I leaned forward in my chair. "No." Dead silence. "What do you mean, no?" And that's when something inside me finally exploded. Not screaming, not crying, just truth. You want to know why Melissa can't withdraw $2,000? I said. No one spoke. Because the account isn't hers. Another pause. It isn't yours either. I continued. Now I could hear confusion in his breathing. What are you talking about? I opened the folder on my desk. Years of documents, bank agreements, legal forms, the ones nobody bothered reading. The accounts are under my authority, I said calmly. I'm the primary manager on every single one. Another long silence. Then Melissa grabbed the phone from him. What does that mean? It means, I said slowly, if I don't authorize withdrawals, no one gets anything. The line went completely quiet, no laughter, no jokes, just breathing. Finally, Dad spoke again. His voice sounded different now. Careful. So, what are you saying? I looked out the window. Sunlight spilled across my desk, and for the first time in my life, I felt powerful. I'm saying, I told him quietly, if I'm just the servant, why am I the one holding the keys to everything? No one answered. 10 minutes later, the Facebook video disappeared.